So this is my Chevrolet G10 van. Garbage truck's coming, it's gonna get loud here in a minute. What I'm doing here today is changing this Pitman arm. You see I already removed my front tire to gain access. Sorry about the mud, I used to do a lot of mudding actually before I changed street tires. To gain access to the big old bolt up here, I had to remove this bumper bracket. But then to hold it up out of the way after I was done removing it, I'd put the screw back in just to hold it so I can go ahead and beat on the connection here. I had to buy this 3/4 inch drive ratchet. I mean, look at the size of this thing compared to my hand. It was ridiculous. So let's see if we can get this off. Alright, so using my tuning fork and this little mini sledge. Alright. Pop the bolt up, pop the cross member from the Pitman arm. Got it loose, the bolt's off. Had to lower my bumper bracket back down so I can get access to the where the Pitman arms presses on with where the spline is coming out of this gearbox. So now we're going to see if we can't use this handy dandy puller that ended up costing me $90 to rent from AutoZone. So this is what the puller looks like. You got adjustable claws here to hook to the back side of the Pitman arm. Get your threaded piece in the middle of the push. Let's see if we can't get it on. We have room for it to fit. Okay, y'all remember the bumper brace right here that was in the van? I had to take it off. In order to take it off, I had to remove the entire bumper. So I figured while my bumper's off, I'm going to give it a fresh paint job. My vehicle without the teeth definitely looks a little sportier, but no character whatsoever. But anyways, so in order to get this tool on here properly, I actually had to turn the steering all the way over towards the driver's side to the left, as you see, and that allowed me to have the lip I needed to get this clamp on properly. And in order to be able to get my wrench onto the end of the puller here, I needed that brace out of the way. So that's what you see going on here. So I removed the brace by removing the bumper, and I turned my steering wheel all the way to the left in order for it to reach. And there you go. I had no problems. Just as long as I got good leverage on it, it turned right off. You know, once a certain amount of pressure was built onto it. There are these 4 grooves. They're bigger than the others. You know, basically it's your 4 points here. And so there's 4 different ways that this Pitman arm can go on. When you put it on, you want to make sure your grooves are lined up, as well as it lining up with your cross member. Cross tie member, cross, you know, whatever that thing's called these days. This one going all the way across. So now what we're going to do is go ahead and line it up, get it back in place. We'll just tap it in a little bit to get it started with the baby sledge without damaging the threads, and then we'll use the big bolt and the giant 3/4 inch ratchet. There's your little size reference, and to get it back on there. I'm going to leave the bumper off for now because I'm going to repaint it. But I can't wait to go take a ride in this thing and see how tight my steering is after this. I got it all straightened out. It's aligned and everything perfectly. This was my only slack that I had, was the Pitman arm. I am noticing though, if you look right through here, you see how these lower control arm is sitting cockeyed and lower in here than usual, which is telling me this is where my weird tire wear is coming from. Even when my tires are perfectly aligned, they still wear out to a slant, and I really believe now that's going to be because of these control arm bushings. So maybe my next step in the next video here, I might be doing control arm bushings. You never know. Let me keep it short because I ran out of memory. As you can see, I got my 4 prongs lined up. Everything popped right back in place. I tightened this down, put my pin back, and I had to torque the hell out of this using my feet because I don't have an air impact. So that ought to about take care of everything. Just put your stuff back the way it was, and you don't need to do an alignment or anything unless like your alignment was bad to begin with. Thanks for watching.